Hey guys, welcome back to Bad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking, is this the end of Korean skincare? Does 2024 mark the start of the end of our love affair with K-skincare and our use of it in our skincare routines? Now, the reason we're talking about this today is there's been a lot of chatter online recently, certain blogs highlighting significant sales falls when it comes to some of the biggest Korean skincare brands. They've highlighted these falling sales figures and said, is this the tide turning? Are people moving away from Korean skincare and looking at some other options? Now, I'm always happy to talk about the current trends, the hot topics in skincare, and I thought this one would be a really interesting one to unpack. So sit back, relax, let's talk all things Korean skincare. Now, before we get into today's video, I would love to know what your own take is when it comes to Korean skincare. Are you still a hardcore fan, and is your love affair with Korean skincare growing by the day? If it is, let me know by leaving the tick emoji in the comment section below. This is certainly the category that I fall into. Or have you found that you're reaching for Korean skincare a lot less recently, say over the last 12 months? If that applies to you, let me know by leaving the cross emoji in the comments so we can kind of see what the Mad About Skin family feel when it comes to Korean skincare. Whatever your thoughts on Korean skincare, if you enjoy this style of video where we unpick and unpack some of the hottest trends in skincare, let me know by reaching down and giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. This really does support me as a content creator because the more likes the video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So from the bottom of my heart, love to each and every one of you. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So, do I think it's over for Korean skincare? Well, spoiler alert, no, I don't. I think our love affair with all things K skincare is just going to grow and grow and grow. But I do think there are some bigger issues with the largest Korean skincare brands and maybe a sense of over-familiarity. We've just got a bit too used to them and we're looking to some of the more emerging and up-and-coming innovative brands on the market. So in this video, I'm going to separate into three different segments. First up, we're going to talk about some of those issues with those big brands. And then going to come on to why I still think there's a bright future for other brands within the Korean skincare space. And finally, I'm going to share with you some of the most viral hits at the moment when it comes to indie, smaller scale Korean skincare brands that you might want to be in the know of, some of my personal favorites. If you want to jump to one section of the video over another, all the timestamps are in the description box below, so be my guest. And I've left links to all the products mentioned in case you did want to check them out in more detail or read the reviews and make a purchase. Now, let's start with what the problems are with some of the biggest brands. Well, the two brands that seem to get called out a lot when we're talking about declining sales volumes and struggles are Purito and COSRX. Now, these are the two biggest brands, certainly here in the West, when it comes to Korean skincare. And so I guess they have the highest height to fall from. These are brands which have built up their consumer base over the past 10 years, already exploded in popularity 2 or 3 years ago. They had their viral products, and this viral nature of certain ones of their sales are bound to have certain limitations when it comes to longevity. I know Purito had their sunscreens, which were an instant hit, and COSRX are known from their snail mucin line. Well, reportedly, sales of the snail mucin by COSRX are down by 37% just this year alone, and that's a pretty steep decline. Purito, of course, had to pull their sunscreens from market when they weren't living up to their advertised SPF value, and then, of course, they brought some new versions back, which just really never did anything. I think people had moved on. These two brands are certainly struggling when it comes to sales volumes, but I don't think that's indicative of struggles in the wider Korean skincare market. I think it's specific to these two brands. Also, blogs online talk about how some of the big online retailers of Korean skincare are suffering a slowdown in their growth too. And whilst this definitely is a fact you can see from their annual sales reports, I think this is because Korean skincare is actually starting to become available here in the West in bricks and mortar physical retailers. You go into Boots, for example, here in the UK, and you can buy COSRX, you can buy some other really big name Korean skincare brands, and over in the States, Sephora now stock Holika, they'll stock Purito. It's a lot more easily accessible in physical stores than it ever was. So I think a lot of consumers now have that choice. Instead of exclusively having to shop online, if you want that instant gratification, walk in, buy a product and have it on your face in that very instant, there are options available. And so again, I think that will account for some of the slowdown in terms of online sales of Korean skincare products. Whatever we attribute these sales falls to, they are definitely happening, and I think it's definitely something to keep our eye on. But why I think there's a bright future for Korean skincare in general is I just think there's so much option for growth. When I look at the vast array of different Korean skincare products and brands that are popular in Korea itself, a lot of them have yet to make it over to the West, and I know they will filter through over the next couple of years, and of course that fear of missing out will creep in with Western consumers and we'll be the first to buy it. It's all about innovation and newness, and there is still a lot new to see here in the West when it comes to Korean skincare. So if you read, online from any blogs or any other online sources that certain big Korean skincare brands are struggling, that might be the case, but let's not write off the entire industry. And so in this section of the video, I want to talk about some of those up and coming, emerging viral products and brands that I think are genuinely worth the hype, and I think will be the next big things when it comes to Korean skincare. I always like to be ahead of the game, one step ahead, and I think these are the products that we're going to be hearing a lot more about in the next 12 months. Now, I guess in no particular order, let's just start out with this product. This is the Holika Good Ceramide Mist. Now, this, I said Holika is now available in Sephora in the States, so you can pick this up in a physical store if you want to, but of course it's available on all online retailers, and they're the ones that I've left links to below. This is viral currently over on TikTok, and people cannot get enough of it. Honestly, I really like this product. It has one of the best mists. I won't spray it because it'll just go everywhere, but it has one of the very best mists I've ever found on a product. The packaging is divine, and I love the blend of hydrating oils alongside ceramides. It's really, I think, kicks this up a notch from your standard mists and toners. Such a great product, and I paid £16 for this, so it's not break the bank in terms of the pricing, and you do get a lot of product. For me, I think this works best if you give this a quick spritz before you put on your serums. Your serums, whether they're Korean serums, Western serums, it really doesn't matter. Any serum is going to apply better onto damp skin. So after you've cleansed the face, patted, towel dried everything down, give it a good spritz of this and then put your serums on. You'll find they absorb better, they work harder for you, and you just get a better overall serum experience. So yeah, this, great for hydration, great to calm, soothe, and to boost the barrier function of the skin with those amazing ceramides. But I think the key here is making your serums work a little bit harder for you by giving a quick spritz of this before you kickstart the rest of your routine. This is a viral product that I'm happy to endorse. I use it in my own skincare routine, and I think just such a great brand. And the quality of the packaging, this is what really sold it for me, and honestly the formulation delivered too. If you're thinking of buying this one, I will also link below this, which is their Holika Butter Melting Highlighter. Now, I do like a little cheeky glow up. I like to cheat things ever so slightly, and I like that lit from within look, and this butter highlighter is phenomenal. I don't know if that's picking up on the screen. You just get this beautiful natural radiance from it. Now, you can layer it on top of itself, so if you want extra glow, you can, but look at that. It just gives a real gentle shimmer. So if you don't want to go for that blinding, tacky 1990s highlight, which honestly we all did, no shade, I think we've just moved on a little bit. If you want a more natural, lit from within, almost gloss to the skin, this is such a great product. These two together, absolutely stunning. And I think Holika have a bright future when it comes to Korean skincare. Another viral product, which is really inexpensive and quite basic, but definitely will elevate your skincare routine, are these. These are the isn't-free cotton pads. So Korean cotton rounds, cotton pads in general are having a bit of a viral moment. People saying they're so much better than the Western equivalents, and honestly, they are. I wish you could feel through the screen. I wish we had like touch screen. These are so soft. I absolutely love them. Now, I tend to use these sparingly because I think single-use products are a bit wasteful, but there are times when using a cotton round is just easy. Whether it's micellar water on the go, you don't want to have the hassle of washing your reusable cotton rounds. If you do, I think it's worth investing in a pack of these, which were like £3, and you get 80 in here. So you get 80, they cost about £3. For those moments where I do need a disposable cotton round, these are honestly the best I've ever found. And treat yourself. Treat your skin to some Korean cotton rounds. You will never look back. These are absolutely beautiful. Other brands do exist, and I think the viral nature is with Korean cotton rounds in general rather than that specific brand, but the Innisfree ones for me are the ones that just work the best. Now, if you're over on TikTok, you probably won't have been able to escape the viral Korean collagen mask. This is the one that goes on almost like a milky colour. You sleep in it overnight and it turns completely transparent. And when you peel it off, it's guaranteed glass skin. Now, it does genuinely work. Collagen is a great humectant. It's going to plump out the skin. And those masks being in close contact overnight for a long period of time definitely will work. However, nothing is going to persuade me to put something on my skin for 12 hours while I'm sleeping. It's just not happening. I think, no. The claustrophobia would get to me. It's a firm no. But I do think there are some good Korean collagen masks that act almost like it's an effective dupe for that. My favorite is this one. This is the VT Hydrogel Mask with collagen. So how this actually works is in here, you've got like the collagen VT ampule serum. You put this on the skin. You then put this hydrogel patch over the top and you leave it for 40 minutes. They say between 20 or 40 minutes. I find the longer you leave it on, the better the results. And you can't really overdo it with this. So if you want to leave it on a couple of hours, you can, and it will give you the maximum glow up, like juicy, glass, glowy, gorgeous skin, whatever you want to describe it as. This is like a guaranteed good skin day. So before a big event, slap one of these on. If you just want to look your good skin best, again, apply one of these. I love it. And whilst it doesn't have that viral hit, you know, of having it go on milky and it's almost like your skin is absorbing that as you sleep, you don't get that effect. I just think this is more user-friendly and certainly is a sort of product I would use as opposed to a 12-hour leave-on mask. This is gorgeous, having its viral moment, as are the entire VT line. And yeah, I would definitely recommend this. Such a nice, effective, like next level mask experience. Now, no Korean skincare video would be complete without the mention of a Korean sunscreen. And there are lots of viral Korean sunscreens at the moment. You guys know I love the Jumiso one, which I recommend all the time. There are at least 10 or 15 in viral rotation at any one time. But I think the one that's getting the most hype at the moment, certainly if you look at search volumes, is this. This is the Mary & Mate Vegan Seeker Soothing Sun Cream. Nice to have a great vegan sunscreen kind of come to the fore, which this offers. And yeah, the fear of missing out crept in, which is why I put this on order. And honestly, whilst I've only used it a couple of times, it's really nice. I don't think you can beat Korean sunscreens, and this is a really nice option. So if you see how this applies on the skin, it goes on as quite a nice hydrating, thick, milky option, but it just disappears. Like, it just disappears into your skin and leaves behind a real nice veil of hydration and a really effective sunscreen. They release their testing, so you know what you're getting with this. Ultimate confidence. I love this. Now, it is fragranced. I adore the fragrance of this. This is like summer to me. This scent is summer. It's uplifting. It's invigorating. I adore the fragrance in this. If you like fragrance-free sunscreen, avoid this because it's not going to be for you. But if you like a little sensorial, you like a little pick-me-up fragrance, this smells like summer in a bottle. I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. You've packed full of Seeker here, which is fantastic to calm, soothe, and hydrate. You've got all the essentials that you would expect from a Korean sunscreen, and it's just super lightweight and gorgeous on the skin. If you see though, it's that perfect blend of not deadpan, chalky matte, but not super glossy either. Just a nice finish to the skin. So yeah, this is the next viral sunscreen that you'll be seeing a lot more of on your socials. So if you want to get ahead of the game, try this one out. I would recommend it. I think it's a really nice product. You know, there are lots of Korean sunscreens out there. You don't have to automatically jump on this one, but it's certainly a nice one that's worthy of the hype that it's getting. Now, finally, let's talk a brand which I definitely think is going to be one of the biggest Korean skincare brands of 2024 going into 25, and that's Cos de Baha. This is their EGF peptide Seeker serum. So this has epidermal growth factors in, which is very expensive. You want an epidermal growth factor serum, you're going to be paying hundreds of dollars. One of my favorites is the Allies of Skin one, which I've talked about a lot on the channel. It works so well, but it comes with a bougie price point. If you want to do growth factors on a budget, then I genuinely think this is a great option. So it doesn't necessarily have the complexity of different growth factors as the Allies of Skin one, for example, but it's a fraction of the cost, £12. Like, it's so inexpensive, and it's got peptides in here, it's got calming and soothing agents. It's a really nice serum. So if you're a beginner to growth factors and you want to try them out at an affordable price point, this is a really nice serum to do just that. I absolutely love it. I think it rivals some of the much more expensive options, and Cos de Baha in general are going to have their viral moment coming up. And I'm happy for them. They're a really great brand that offer a really nice price point. This is a great product, and yeah, it just goes to show, I think there's a lot to be said for the future of Korean skincare. I'm really glad we got the chance to tackle this topic. You know, there is a lot of talk online about the end of Korean skincare, the declining sales, the fall off of big brands, and whilst some of the brands might not be doing as well as they once were, I think it's for good reason. You know, they had their viral moment and that can never be sustained long term. As consumers, we have far more choice than ever before in the Korean skincare market, so we're exploring, we're sharing out our hard-earned coin at multiple different brands, rather than having just to rely on the big names like Purito and CosRx. There's a lot more choice, and I'm a huge advocate for that because consumer choice is like my favorite thing in the whole world. Hopefully, by sharing some of these viral Korean skincare hits that I definitely think are worth the buzz, you know what's going to be hitting next. Get ahead of the curve if you want to try any of these out, and share with me your favorite Korean skincare products. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.